Akira Kurosawa was a famous Japanese film director. He was born on March 23, 1910 in Tokyo, Japan. He is known as one of the greatest filmmakers in the history of cinema. His movies are loved by people all over the world. Kurosawa made many films that told exciting stories and showed deep emotions. He worked very hard to create beautiful and meaningful films. Kurosawa grew up in a family that loved art and culture. His father was a former military officer who believed in physical education. His mother came from a merchant family. Kurosawa was the youngest of 8 children. When he was a child, he enjoyed drawing and watching movies. He also liked to read books, especially stories about samurai and historical events. These interests would later influence his films. In school, Kurosawa was not very good at sports, but he loved painting. He wanted to become an artist. He studied Western-style painting and even exhibited his work. However, as he grew older, he became more interested in film. He decided to work in the movie industry. In 1936, he saw an advertisement for an assistant director position at a film studio. He applied and got the job. This was the beginning of his career in filmmaking. Kurosawa worked hard as an assistant director. He learned a lot about making movies. He watched and studied the work of other directors. He also wrote scripts and helped with editing. In 1943, he directed his first film, called Sanshiro Sugata. It was a story about a young man who learns judo. The film was a success, and people liked Kurosawa's style. He continued to make more films and became well known in Japan. One of Kurosawa's most famous films is Rashomon, which he made in 1950. The film tells the story of a crime from different points of view. Each character sees the event differently. This idea was very new and interesting at the time. Rashomon won many awards, including the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival. This made Kurosawa famous around the world. People admired his creativity and storytelling. Kurosawa's films often had strong themes. He liked to explore human nature, justice, and morality. Many of his movies were set in historical Japan, with samurai and warriors. He also made films about modern life. His stories were full of action, drama, and emotion. He paid great attention to detail. He wanted every scene to be perfect. He worked closely with actors, cameramen, and other crew members to create his vision. One of his most popular films is Seven Samurai, made in 1954. It is about a group of samurai who protect a village from bandits. The film is long, but it is very exciting. It shows the bravery and struggles of the samurai. Seven Samurai has inspired many other films and is considered a masterpiece. Kurosawa's use of camera angles, movement, and editing made the film unique and powerful. Kurosawa also worked with famous actors like Toshiro Mifune. Mifune appeared in many of Kurosawa's films. He was known for his strong and intense performances. Kurosawa and Mifune had a great partnership. Together, they created some of the most memorable characters in cinema history. In the 1960s, Kurosawa faced some difficulties. The Japanese film industry was changing, and it was harder for him to find funding for his projects. He also struggled with his health. But he did not give up. He continued to make films, even if it took longer. In 1975, he made Der Suuzala, a film about a hunter in Siberia. The film won an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. This was a great honor for Kurosawa. Kurosawa's later films were also very successful. In 1980, he made Kagemusha, a historical drama about a thief who pretends to be a warlord. The film won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. In 1985, he made Ran, a film based on Shakespeare's play King Lear. Ran was a big production with beautiful costumes and battle scenes. It is considered one of Kurosawa's greatest works. Kurosawa's influence on cinema is immense. Many directors around the world have been inspired by his work. Filmmakers like George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Martin Scorsese have praised Kurosawa's films. They admire his storytelling, visual style, and ability to create deep emotions. Kurosawa's films have been remade and adapted in different countries. For example, Seven Samurai was remade as The Magnificent Seven in Hollywood. Kurosawa was not only a great director but also a teacher. He shared his knowledge with younger filmmakers. He wrote a book called Something Like an Autobiography, where he talked about his life and work. He also helped young directors by producing their films. He believed in the power of cinema to bring people together and tell important stories. In his later years, Kurosawa received many awards and honors. He was given the Order of Culture by the Japanese government. He also received an Academy Award for Lifetime Achievement. These awards recognized his contributions to the art of filmmaking. Kurosawa continued to work until his death on September 6, 1998. He left behind a legacy of incredible films that continue to inspire and entertain people. Kurosawa's films are timeless. They tell universal stories that people from all cultures can understand. His characters are complex and real. They face challenges, make mistakes, and show courage. Kurosawa's films remind us of the importance of honesty, loyalty, and compassion. They also show the beauty of nature and the power of human spirit. Akira Kurosawa was a true artist. He dedicated his life to creating films that touched people's hearts. His work has left a lasting impact on the world of cinema. Today, his films are still watched and studied by filmmakers and movie lovers. Kurosawa's legacy lives on, and his stories will continue to inspire future generations.